Welcome to the PAC Football Report for November 12, 2016. I'm Joe Onderko. This week we will look back at Week 10 football action in the President's Athletic Conference, while also previewing PAC Football Rivalry Week this Saturday. Entering the final week of the season, Thomas More clinched at least a share of the PAC football crown, as well as the league's automatic bid to the NCAA Division III playoffs, following a 63-16 road win at Teal. Case Western Reserve stayed alive for a possible co-championship as the Spartans overcame a 22-3 deficit to edge Westminster 26-22. Other action saw W&J posting a 17-7 home win over Geneva, St. Vincent recording a 30-12 home decision over Waynesburg, and Bethany earning its first conference win of the year with a 33-14 final over Grove City. Carnegie Mellon stepped out of PAC play to tally a come-from-behind 37-24 win at Chicago. PAC Player of the Week offensive laurels went to Thomas More wideout Logan Winkler, who caught 6 balls for 232 yards and 3 TDs at Teal. Defensive recognition went to Carnegie Mellon linebacker Kyle Britton, with 8 tackles and an 85-yard interception return for a score at Chicago. Special teams honors went to running back William Richter of CMU, with 173 all-purpose yards, including a 40-yard punt return at Chicago. Rookie of the Week went to Case Western Reserve safety Patrick Crossy, who posted 13 tackles and a forced fumble at Westminster. The final week of the regular season is PAC Football Rivalry Week, while Thomas More has completed its campaign. 5 games are on tap this Saturday, but the only one with title implications takes place at DeSanto Field in Cleveland at 2 p.m., when 9-0 Case Western Reserve hosts 6-3 Carnegie Mellon in the 31st Annual Academic Bowl. CMU narrowly leads the bowl series 16-14 and is 27-18 all-time against Case, including a 52-42 shootout win in Pittsburgh a year ago. Tartan head coach Rich Lackner talks about the importance of the rivalry.
It's a big deal, and our kids love the rivalry, love the competition. Certainly the fact that Case is undefeated this year, is even better. You love to go in and play a great football team, and they certainly have proven that this year.
The annual PAC Backyard Brawl will take place at Wiley Stadium in Waynesburg, as the 2-7 Yellow Jackets host 7-2 Washington and Jefferson at 1:30 p.m. The Presidents have dominated the all-time series, winning 39 of 43 meetings, including a 45-23 final in Washington to close the 2015 campaign. After a difficult season, veteran Waynesburg head coach Rick Sheffus knows an upset win over the Presidents would give his program positive momentum entering the offseason.
I think that depends on where you're at as far as where your strength, in your classes are. From that standpoint, and to answer your question, I think it would be a strong motivation to play well, finish well, with these young players to really set them into the offseason with something positive.
The 33rd edition of the Mercer County Cup takes place at Thornfield in Grove City, with the 0-9 Wolverines hosting 3-6 Teal at 1:30 p.m. Grove City leads the Cup Series 21-11, although Teal has won the last 2 meetings, including a 28-23 final in Greenville to close the 2015 campaign. First-year Grove City head coach Andrew DiDonato, who also played in the Cup Series as Grove City's quarterback for 4 years, talks about its significance.
Absolutely. One of the greatest traditions in college football is rivalries, and our guys, and I grew up with it too. You hear about the big rivalry games towards the end of the year, and special to get to play for something at the end of the year, especially with a rival that you're so close to geographically, and certainly means a lot to us, and it's a game that I always remembered as a player, and certainly going to look forward to being head coach in it for the first time this season.
In other action, the 119th edition of The Game between 6-3 Westminster and 3-6 Geneva takes place at Reeves Field in Beaver Falls at 1 p.m. The Titans rolled to a 32-0 blanking of the Golden Tornadoes a year ago in New Wilmington, extending the series that began in 1891 and is the 15th oldest in college football history. Finally, 5-4 St. Vincent travels to 2-7 Bethany for a 1 p.m. kickoff. The Bison lead the series 7-2, including a 35-27 final in Latrobe a year ago, but the Bearcats can clinch their first winning season since 2011 with a victory. That's all for this edition of the PAC Football Report. For the latest news, statistics, and information on your favorite team, log on to the conference website at www.pacathletics.org. You can follow us on social media via Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, with links available at the website. I'm Joe Onderko. Thanks for listening, and for a final time in 2016, we'll see you at the stadium.